Chip Kelly joins us here on Pac-12 Network. All right, Coach, I think there's a lot of questions about philosophy and recruiting for you. There are some programs that'll throw out 100, 200, even 300 or more offers out there. You guys are probably in that 70 mark. Take me through how you evaluate and how I can get one of those golden tickets.
Well, first off, the first step you have to do is get admitted to the university. So, you know, it's hard to throw out that many offers when guys can't get into school. You know, it's a very challenging school academically, and we embrace that here. But it's also not fair of us to offer a scholarship to a young man that we can't take. So we use the word offer. Exactly what it means is that we've offered you a scholarship. If you come on our campus and like it, you can accept the scholarship and come. What a lot of people are doing nowadays is they make an offer, but it's not a committable offer. So I must have failed my verbal part of the SAT because I thought offer meant you had a scholarship. So, you know, some of these guys that have offered 440 or 50 kids in a recruiting class, there's absolutely no way that you've vetted everything and have the information that says, hey, can the kid come? You know, and I know a lot of high school coaches now, after the offer is made, they ask them, is it a committable offer? Does that mean that my kid can commit? And then, you know, now you got different categories. So it's, you know, at some places, I think they're just making reservations for dinner. At other places, they actually are offering you scholarships.
I love that. And, Coach, I don't think you should give Mike a golden ticket. No offense. He doesn't have the athleticism that Evan has.
I checked the background from Nick Alioti, and Nick didn't have great things to say. So
yeah. You know, I literally got a text from Nick saying that he misses me this morning. So I'm a little disappointed that he's going behind my back right now.
See, that's Nick, though. That's Nick.
That's a good point. And by the way,
Nick will always play both sides of the street.
He clearly is doing that. So I'm going to call him as soon as this show is over. And I will tell you this, Coach, and I don't know if this actually helps in my process of getting that golden ticket. I understand what offer and commitment, what both of those words actually mean. So I would think that would be, I did okay on the SAT on the verbal side.
The funny part, I would say, in this process, too, is that coaches that make a lot of offers get mad when kids make a lot of commitments. So I don't think you should have it both ways. You shouldn't be allowed to offer 9,000 people and then get mad when one kid doesn't stay committed to you. So, you know, I guess it's we as coaches want it one way where your word has to mean everything, but then the other way, our word doesn't have to mean anything to you because offer doesn't mean offer. So.
I love that. Coach, we had a chance to read a lot of the words and listen to a lot of the words from the young men that are going to go to your campus. And across the board, when they talked about going on a visit, every one of them talked about how the detail in which you guys look and evaluate these student athletes, from wrist size, hand size, all the measurements to project how to train and how to build their bodies so they can be at the peak level of performance. Where did you learn that, and have you seen that have a big benefit with the parents of these student athletes that will then come onto your campus?
Well, I just think that we want to have a plan for everybody that comes here. So one of the reasons we're very selective is it's a unique university, and it offers a lot of benefits coming to UCLA. But there are a lot of things that you have to be able to do to go here. So for us to make this the best situation for you is we need to know all the information about you. So we're just trying to be really, really thorough in the process and make sure that this decision for you is going to impact you for a long time. So can we provide for you what is necessary over the next 4 or 5 years of your life so that you can achieve the goals that you want to achieve? And for us to do that, we need to know as much about you as possible. So we're very specific in the details, from the academic transcript to the character evaluations that we get from talking to guidance counselors and teachers at the school and coaches and people that have come in contact with you, to what your size is, what you project, what position you would be for us. Because those are all very, very important decisions that a young man's going to have to make when he's going to select a school. And so we want to make sure we have all the information possible and available to them, because I think our job is to educate them on what UCLA can do for them, and then they make the decision of if it's the right fit or not.
Speaking of the right fit, Sean Rhyan looks like the perfect fit. To me, he's my favorite player in this entire class. What did you notice about him in terms of his play on the field, and of course just how he trains? It seems as though he takes the game of football with the level of seriousness that somebody like you would really enjoy.
There's no question. You know, when we went down to visit him at the school after he committed, he was training for the Army All-American game because he wants to go win in that game. You know, it's not a let's go play in an all-star game and hang out and have a good time on vacation. He's serious about being successful. And when you look at his work ethic and the relationship he has with his dad and what's important to him, You know, I'm looking at the video right now and just, that's our guy.
Yeah.
You know, Justin Fry, our offensive coordinator, asked him, you know, were they going to have a meal tonight and celebrate? And he said he thought he was going to go lift. So, great student, great young man, great family, hit it off great with his mom and dad, and going to be just a great fit for us here at UCLA.
Speaking of unique fits and great fits, I get to know Chase Griffin as an 11-year-old when he was a ball boy at the Elite 11. And you guys get him. This guy was probably going to go to Harvard if he doesn't go to UCLA. What about him at the quarterback position, a position that you clearly have great mastery around, allowed you to say, hey, we're going to offer you one of the golden tickets and cannot wait till you come to our team?
Well, he's got a skill set. You know, he was the Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of Texas. And the last time I checked, that's a pretty prestigious award. But a couple of things, and when you go back to, as you've known him, Yogi, since he was 11, and people that have known him for the last 10 or so years of his life, sometimes when you're doing a character evaluation on a young man and you ask him, you know, what type of kid is he? And I heard from more than one person say that this kid could actually be the president of the United States someday. And it's really talking to his character. And when you talk to the people at the school and anybody that's ever come in touch with him as a person is you want that kid on your team, and you want to play with him, not against him. He's going to find a way to get the job done no matter what it is. His intellect is off the charts, whether it's athletic intellect or academic intellect. He's just one of those guys that when you meet him for the first time, you kind of gravitate to him and say, I want to be around this guy. And he not only makes our quarterback room better, but he's going to make our team better. He's going to make our coaching staff better. He's just a great young man to be around. And those are the guys in this process that you really love the recruiting process and getting to know him and getting to try to figure out what type of guy he is and hopefully make him part of your program.
Yeah, it's a great sell, and I know we're thrilled and excited to see him on the football field. Chip, I just want to let you know, during this interview, I texted Aliotti. I said, Chip's saying bad things, saying that you're saying bad things about me. He said, you know better than that. So I'm actually now inclined to believe you, which I don't think is a great thing. I know.
How long have you been with Nick?
Now, Mike. 4 years now? 5 years?
4 years.
Yeah.
And 100% truthful every single time he's been with you?
You know, I used to think that that's the case, and now you've planted a bad seed for me. So I
I'm
know.
not. I'm not. Nick is the greatest, and Nick is probably right now at the Eugene Country Club with his boys.
Exactly.
Just got done a round of golf, and he's sitting around saying, hey, Yammy's texting me, and Chip's busting my chops, and what do I say now? So,
he's probably with Coach Brooks and Coach Bellotti sitting there probably shooting in the 70s on the golf course. So.
And he's laughing about us that these guys are still recruiting, and I'm sitting at a country club right now.
I'm hanging out, getting ready to get off the course. Life is pretty good.
Life is good for Nick.
I will shoot him a text right now and say that you said hello, and appreciate you giving us a couple minutes here, Coach.
All right, guys. Thank you.